hello!
There we are, just a few more turns. Oh, good, okay. Oh, hello, and welcome to Tikkabilla. I've just finished making this toy box. It's for Tamba's toys. Oh.
Is it finished yet?
Yes, it's all finished.
Oh, it's perfect. You are so clever.
Oh, well, actually, Tamba, all I had to do was put the bits and pieces together like a puzzle, so it wasn't that hard.
Well, there's lots of room inside for all my toys and... Oh, it's quite easy to lift, isn't it?
Oh, well, that's because it's empty, and when it's empty, it's very light.
There we go. Careful.
Sorry.
Lots of Tamba's toys here.
Oh, do you know what? Before we put the toys in the toy box, we should have sorted them out to see which toys you don't play with anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
What don't you play with anymore, Tamba?
Let's have a look, shall we? How about this rattle? You used to have this when you were a baby. You don't play with this anymore.
Oh, Justin, that's my best rattle.
But you don't play with it anymore.
I know, but I don't want to throw it away.
OK, well, how about we give it to some other children that are younger to play with?
Oh, now that's a good idea.
Right, great. Now...
What else, Tamba?
Well, there's my spinning spaceship. Now, that's old.
Oh, that's a good idea. You've had this for a very long time.
I don't really play with my teddy much. And there's Mr. Crinkles.
Oh, yeah, Mr... Hang on! Not Mr. Crinkles, but he's all crinkly and velvety and he's jingly.
Oh, OK. Let's keep him then. I'd forgotten all about some of these toys. It's nice to see them again. Oh, there's my yellow ball. Oh. Now that's really bouncy.
Oh, yes. Let's have a look. Let's see if it still bounces, Tamba.
Whoa!
Oh, yes, you can keep that.
Oh, there's my hula hoop.
Watch this. Are you ready? Hula, 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 hula. All right, then I need some more practice.
Can I keep something out to play with, please?
Yes, what do you want to play with?
Now, well, my yellow... No, how about... No, I don't know.
What shall we play with today? Hey! What shall we play with today? There's not enough wide awake time in the day to play all the games we'd like to play.
I'd like to play with my bouncy ball, please.
OK.
I really like my bouncy toy, my bouncy, outsy, bouncy toy. I play with it this way. Justin!
Whoa!
I really like my bouncy toy. I'd like to bounce around all day and play. What shall we play with today? Hey! What shall we play with today? There's not enough wide awake time in the day to play all the games we'd like to play. What about your cuddly wuddly toy? He's really cuddly. I really like my cuddly toy. My cuddly toy's okay. I really like my cuddly toy. I'd like to cuddle up all day and play.
What shall we play with today? Hey! What shall we play with today? There's not enough wide awake time in the day to play all the games we'd like to play.
What's next, Tamba?
Something noisy.
What about this?
Oh, yes. I really like my noisy toy, my noisy, oisy, noisy toy. I play with it this way. I really like my noisy toy. I'd like to make a noise all day and play.
Yeah!
So what do you want to play with, Tamba?
I think I'd like to play with The toy box.
The toy box?
Ah, yes, I like the way it moves. Well, except I can't move it anymore.
Yeah, that's because it's full of toys, Tamba. It's too heavy to move. Hey, hang on a minute. You could always play with Mr. Crinkles.
Oh, that's the windows. And I think there's someone who'd love to play with Mr. Crinkles through the windows today.
That's right. And why don't you guess which window it will be?
How many windows? 1, 2, 3. Round, square, or arched? Which one will it be? It's the round window.
Emily's very excited. She's got a new baby sister.
1, 2, 3. It doesn't fit me. Doesn't fit me. Big bed. Little bed.
Here's where her baby sister will sleep.
Can you reach it?
Yay! It works.
It works. And what can you hear?
Music.
And what will that help? What will the baby do?
It'll go to sleep.
It'll go to sleep, will it?
My baby goes to sleep. My baby goes to sleep.
And that's your baby, is it?
All covered up. Nice and stuff.
Emily's going to find a toy for her new baby sister.
Which toy do you think she'll like playing with?
Best.
Yeah, which toy do you think she'll like the best?
A rattle.
What will she do with that?
Rattle.
She'll rattle it.
I'll just rattle it and play with it. Like this.
Right, well, you put your shoes on.
And then we're going to the hospital.
And who are we going to see there?
Baby and Mummy!
And what are you going to show the baby? What have we got for the baby?
Toys and these.
Brilliant. Now, we need to get your coat on, don't we?
Yeah. Let's go to the hospital!
Emily's going to see her baby sister for the very first time.
Hello. Who's this? You come to see?
And there's Emily's brand new baby sister. She's called Scarlett.
Give her to Mummy, haven't we? Do you want to pick her up? You can sit on the bed with Mummy. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Shall we give you... Do you want to hold her?
Emily's going to give her baby sister a cuddle.
There we sit. And she stopped crying as well. She's pleased to see you. Do you want to show her the rattle?
Here's the toy that Emily chose for her sister.
Why don't you shake it gently for her?
A brand new baby called Scarlett.
It's holding my fingy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 fingers.
10 tiny fingers.
See how tiny her feet are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Put your foot up there. Look, your foot's much bigger, isn't it?
And her foot's much tinier.
And your foot used to be that small, and it's grown and grown and grown.
Papa, black sheep, what we go? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Fast food. One for the master of one lane. One for the little boy lived down the lane.
Look, tiny Scarlett is fast asleep.
That baby was so teeny tiny, wasn't she? And very cute. And it's really exciting because 2 babies have come to visit us in the Tikkabilla House.
And I think they're enjoying themselves as well. Welcome, Jeanette and Teresa, to the Tikkabilla House. And thank you for bringing your gorgeous babies. Now, who have we got here, Jeanette?
Elliot.
This is Elliot, baby Elliot, and...
Baby Unique.
Hey, good to see you. Now, we've got lots of questions to ask you. I think, Tamba, you're going to start, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Nice to meet you, babies. My name is Tamba. Yes, and I'd like to ask you, you look very, very smart today, and I wondered how long it took you to get dressed, because it takes me quite a long time, doesn't it, Justin?
Tamba. Now, Elliot and Unique are babies. They can't talk yet. They're too young. Now, how old are your babies?
Unique is 6 months.
Yeah.
And Elliot's 7 months.
Oh, I see. Now, they know each other quite well, because, in fact, they're cousins, aren't they?
They are. Yes.
Oh, I see, right. So, Tamba, what else would you like to ask?
Well, what I'd really like to ask is what their favourite food is, because mine's banana sandwiches. What's your favourite food?
I think you'll have to ask their mothers.
Well, Unique likes green bananas and plantains blended together like a smoothie.
Oh, that
Lovely.
sounds yummy.
And what about Elliot?
Elliot likes sweet potato and broccoli.
I see. And talking of favourite things, now we've got lots and lots of toys over here. Now, these all belong to Elliot and Unique, is that right?
That's right.
And what do they like playing with?
Unique loves the ratu.
Oh, yeah?
Caterpillar ratu.
Ah, here we are, Unique. Would you like to see this? Look, woohoo! Oh, yeah, you can tell he likes that. There you go. And what about Elliot?
Elliot likes the teething ring.
Ah, OK. Here we are, Elliot. There we are. Would you like to play with your... Oh, yes.
He does.
And Tamba's got some favourite toys, haven't you, Tamba?
Oh, yes, and I've got some toys that I thought you babies might like. Where's the rattle, Justin?
Oh, yeah, it's over here. There we are.
You can have the rattle.
Oh, right. Should we give that to Elliot? There we go. Do you like that? Oh, yes.
Oh, I think he likes it.
And what about Unique? Have we got a toy for Unique?
Oh, yes, I think you might like my green hoop.
Oh, OK. Let's see.
That's the
Here
one.
you are. This is from Tamba Unique. There we go. Oh, yes. Look, he likes it.
Oh, I'm glad.
There's one more toy here, Tamba. It's Mr. Crinkles. What about him?
Oh, that's for you, Justin.
For me?
He likes Mr. Crinkles.
Good old Mr. Crinkles. Great. Now, babies need a lot doing for them, don't they?
Yes.
In fact, you have to dress them.
Oh.
Yep, feed them.
Yes. Change them.
Of course, changing. And we've got a nappy right here. And Tamba, you know, you used to wear nappies.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much, Jeanette and Teresa, for bringing in your gorgeous babies, Unique and Elliot. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. Oh, that sounds like the clock. And you know what? There's a baby in today's story. Let's go and see what time it is.
I wonder what the story's going to be about. Eh?
Tikkabilla, Tockabilla, Tikkabilla, Tock. What's the time on the Tikkabilla clock? Well, let's find out, shall we, Mr. Crinkles? Right. Well, the long hand is pointing down to the number 6. So that means it's 1/2 something. And the short hand is halfway between the number 2 and the next number. So that means it's 2:30. But what's underneath the clock? Aha! It's Somerton Mill!
Down at the bottom of a very pretty valley, there's a magical place called Somerton Mill. And when the water wheel turns at Somerton Mill, a little bit of magic takes place. And, for a little while, everything goes back to how it used to be.
Oh, it's a lovely morning,
Said Dan as he looked out over Somerton Valley. Fluffer had found something in the bushes.
What have you got there, Fluffer?
Said Dan as he went over to have a look.
Come on, out the way.
And then Dan saw what Fluffer was sniffing.
Well, hello, you sweet little fluffy thing,
said Dan. It was a baby mill freak.
What are you doing here all on your own? You'd like some warm milk, wouldn't you?
Said Dan, and he gently picked it up.
Morning, Dan,
said Mrs. Neighbour as she walked around the corner past Mousy Tongue, the cat, who was lying in the sun.
Well, good morning to you, Mrs. Neighbour. Look what I found.
And Dan held his hand out to show Mrs. Neighbour the little creature.
Oh, he's very sweet, isn't he?
Said Mrs. Neighbour.
Where was he? Well, just down there in the bushes. Fluffer found him. I was just going to warm him up some milk. Oh, I wouldn't. I'd put him back where you found him. His parents will probably be looking for him. But I thought maybe he was lost,
said Dan.
Oh, I wouldn't think so, Dan. It would be best to leave him in the bushes. They'll look after him. Oh, well, maybe you're right, Mrs. Neighbour. I'll put him back.
And Dan gently put the baby mill freak back down onto the ground.
There you go, you lovely little fluff ball,
said Dan.
Oh, listen. Are you sure he isn't lost, Mrs. Neighbour? He doesn't sound very happy. Well, if we wait here quietly, we'll see what happens,
said Mrs. Neighbour.
Ah, good morning,
said Dr. Neighbour.
Oh, good morning to you, Dr. Neighbour. We were just watching a baby mill freak. Look, he's down there.
Talking about mill freaks,
said Dr. Neighbour,
I let the chickens out on the way past, and there was a mill freak inside the hen house, too. I don't know how it got in there.
Oh, listen to him,
said Mrs. Neighbour.
He's making a bit of a racket, isn't he? Oh, look, that's the one that was inside the chicken house,
said Dr. Neighbour as a mill freak appeared on the grass.
I recognize the white patch on its back.
If I'm not mistaken, it's looking for the baby,
said Mrs. Neighbour.
Oh, I hope so,
said Dan. And while they watched, the mill freaks found each other and became the happiest mill freaks in the whole world.
Oh, look,
said Mrs. Neighbour.
You said that would happen, didn't you, Mrs. Neighbour?
Said Dan. And the baby mill freak followed the big mill freak across the grass and back to the mill freak burrows.
Come on, Mrs. Neighbour. We ought to be going. Bye, Dan.
Bye then, Dr. Neighbour. Bye, Mrs. Neighbour.
Bye, Dan.
And Dr. and Mrs. Neighbour headed back towards their pretty cottage. And Mousy Tongue was still lying asleep in the sun. And as the water level drops back down, the big old water wheel slows and eventually stops. And Somerton Mill, still beautiful in its tumble-down state, goes back to being a home just to the wild animals, the birds, and the plants.
That little mill freak was tiny, wasn't it? And I loved the way it moved about. Oh, and there's someone else that likes to move about too. It's Tamba.
Big yellow sun is out, and all the birds are tweeting. I'm so happy that the sky is blue. I'm going to tweet like a birdie too. Everybody tweet now, tweet now. We could tweet all day, tweet in and out and shake it all about. Tamba, Tamba, aye. Big yellow sun is out, and all the frogs are leaping. I'm so happy that the sky is blue. I'm going to leap like a froggy too. Everybody leap now, leap now. We could leap all day, leap in and out and shake it all shake a little, ay, ay, ay! Big yellow sun is out, and all the fish are swimming. I'm so happy that the sky is blue. I'm going to swim like a fishy too. Everybody swim now, swim now. We can swim all day. Swim in and out and shake it all about. Tamba, tamba, aye, aye. Let's play. Hula, hula, tamba, aye, aye. Rolla, rolla, tamba, aye, aye. Go down, low down, tamba, aye, aye. Shake a little, aye, aye, aye. Let's play.
Yeah, I'll come and play with you in a minute, Tamba. I'm just putting some wheels on Tamba's toy box so it'll move more easily. That's the windows. And we're going to see some animals who are learning to move for the first time through the windows today. But which window will it be? How many windows? 1, 2, 3. Round, square, or arched? Which one will it be? It's the arched window. No matter what animal you are, if you're going to learn to walk, you're going to need feet and legs. Whether you crawl like a lizard, waddle like a penguin, or stomp like an elephant, it takes time to find your feet. These baby reindeer are less than an hour old, and already they're learning to stand on all 4 feet. And it's not long before they're taking their first steps. Hey, watch where you're going, Mum. Cool, this is thirsty work. Learning to walk on ice is a bit tricky. It's more like skating. Oh, they've got the hang of it now, and they're both off and running. Learning to walk is very important for ostriches. Unlike many other birds, ostriches don't fly. After 40 days inside these eggs, the chicks are ready to hatch. They're poking their beaks through the eggs, and this is the first thing this one is seeing whilst hatching. Newly hatched chicks can walk almost straight away, but it takes a few moments to stand on their own 2 feet. They're all a bit unsteady to begin with. Once all the chicks have hatched, within 2 days they are ready to leave their nest on the ground and explore with their mum and dad. Learning to walk is proving to be a bit of a struggle for this wildebeest calf. He's just been born, and this is his first ever attempt at standing up. It's not easy. His legs are very wobbly and weak. Look, his mum is helping him to take his first steps.
Learning to walk takes more than having feet and legs. You also need a little bit of practice and lots of energy.
Oh, I liked seeing all those baby animals learning to walk. They were very clever, weren't they?
Look, Tamba, I'm pushing the toy box and it's full of toys.
But it was too heavy and we couldn't move it.
I know, but I've put some wheels on it, so now we can move it more easily.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Now you can play with all your toys and your toy box.
The wheels on the box go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the box go round and round all day long.
Mr. Crinkle's in the box goes crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Mr. Crinkle's in the box goes crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. All day long.
What else is in the box? Aha! The horn in the box goes. The horn in the box goes all day long. All your toys in the box there, Tamba.
Yep, all in one place. Well, it's time for us to go, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, why don't you sort out some of your toys?
Oh, you might find some toys you'd forgotten all about.
We'll see you very soon.
Bye-bye!